Minister of Water and Sanitation, Senzo Mchunu, will be briefed on the status of the ill-fated Giyani Water Project. It's been 7 years since the project was launched and its cost ballooned from 500 million rand to 3 billion rand. Mchunu will hear what progress is being made in salvaging the project, which was meant to finally provide water to 57 rural families. This is his first official trip to the province. We're now joined by our reporter Pelane Phakgadi. Pelane, very good afternoon. The minister certainly seems to have his work cut out.
Definitely, Hugo. Like any other province, Limpopo also has its fair share of challenges as far as water provision is concerned. But let me paint you a grim picture of the 5 districts here in the province. Here where I am at, Capricorn district, that is where we are in Polokwane. It has its fair share of water challenges. Even the urban area itself, the city of Polokwane, seems to be not having adequate water supply. Even water tankers had to be drawn in to assist the situation. You go to the Waterberg district, there's similar challenges in the Mokopane area, Lephalale. Water provision in those rural areas still a huge challenge. In the Vemba district, my word, we have covered that one quite extensively here at Newzroom Afrika. It seems to be no transportation as far as the provision of water is concerned. The pipelines there is also a challenge, and as well as the Sekhukhune area, you go to the Beggarsfort area, and as well as the Marble All area. There seems to be no kind of provision as far as water is concerned. The government saying that they are doing all it can to ensure that at least the people in the area get some water provision. Now, let's speak about Mopani, where the Premier and as well as the Minister will be going tomorrow. The Giyani Water Project, 3 billion rand has gone unaccounted for, and at this current stage, we do know that the Minister wants to understand what is the progress in dealing with that situation, and as well as trying to revitalize what is left of the project. There has been movement. We have seen some sort of movement in that area. There are pipes that are currently being dug in, and that in itself will assist the 57 communities that have been without water for many years. And at this current instance, we do know that that particular project was marred by allegations of corruption, maladministration, and as well as malfeasance. At this current stage, the minister is in here at Bolivia Lodge, just outside the Polokwane, is meeting with the water board chairpersons, the premier of the province, and as well as other relevant stakeholders to try and reach out to the communities, and as well as to understand the challenges, the vast challenges of Limpopo province, and how he could come through and assist. He is new in the portfolio. He has recently been appointed Minister of Water and Sanitation by the President from Public Service and Administration. So it is a lengthy briefing that he is currently in to try and understand the challenges of the rural province, and as well as what his department can bring in addressing the vast challenges that the province find themselves in. So tomorrow they will be going to Giyani to go and address those challenges that we're talking about, and then to the Vemba district. At this point, we are expecting a media briefing to be held in a short while so that they can also give us an indicator, Hugo, as to how much has been spent from the 3 billion rand that they've already talked to us about 3 years ago, when they announced that 3 billion rand has gone unaccounted for. The contract has not concluded its work, and still 3 billion rand was already paid. So to this stage, how much has been paid, and how far is the progress as far as finishing up the job?
Pelane, there certainly seems a case of money gone down the drain. Can we expect heads to roll just yet, or do you get the sense that the minister is trying to establish what transpired before he makes any decisions?
Well, there has been talks before about some accountability being brought. We do know that arrests have been made. There are court cases currently with high-ranking officials within the Lepelle Northern Water Board, and that in itself shows you the fact that there is some sort of movement to deal with any kind of corrupt allegations, and as well as malfeasance and maladministration that is being dealt with. And what we do expect now from the briefing that we are told it will be starting in a moment now is that the minister has to give us some sort of a brief synopsis as to how far they are in dealing with the water problem across the board, and how far are they with that one big project. That 3 billion rand was already paid about 3-4 years ago, but still the project was far from over.
Pelane, what would be interesting is, have you had any conversations with members of people in Polokwane, certainly to get a sense of how they feel after knowing that 3 billion has gone down the drain, and there has been nothing in terms of provision of water for those 57 communities that you speak of?
Well, in the Giyani area, we did speak to a lot of people, their leaders, and as well as the community, and even the traditional authorities. They've had expressed their dismay at what is happening at this stage, and they can only hope that the government can be able to rectify what was going on at that particular time. There has been movement, we are told. We have also covered the story where we have seen that the pipes are currently being laid, and that is in an effort to try and ensure that water does get to the villages of which they are destined to get some running water. But we have also covered places where they have had no water ever since their existence, and more than 20-30 years of existence, and at this stage still waiting for that project to at least reach their shores, not even their homes, but just their area. So as we go inside now, Hugo, to ensure that we catch the minister, and that is the picture we are painting of a province that has challenges so much that even water provision to the basic areas is still a challenge.
Pelane Phakgadi, thank you for your time. We will certainly look forward to catching up with you during the course of the afternoon once the minister has finished that briefing. Pelane Phakgadi coming to us from Polokwane, where Minister of Water and Sanitation Senzo Mchunu will be briefed on the status of that ill-fated Giyani Water Project.